What are you working on?
Removing this bow thruster motor. It's the older version. They don't sell parts for it anymore, and it needs new brushes and everything else. So I have a new upgraded one which they support. And then what we'll do, I'll put that in there. And then when this one, then I'll take this one to like a motor rebuild shop or whatever, and we'll have it as a backup.
Cool.
But yeah, just removing it right now.
Awesome.
This time on Selling Tashi.
In this episode, we're going to cover as much as we can remember of the past year's worth of upgrades we did in preparation for circumnavigation. Unfortunately, at the time, we were so overwhelmed with work, we didn't film much of anything. We did catch some recent work on film, though, and we'll do our best to fill in the blanks.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us. If we just hold on tight, this vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore.
A bow thruster is very handy for a boat of our size, especially when maneuvering in and out of a slip with a strong current. Ours was 17 years old and would occasionally cut out at a crucial moment. Bow thruster, bow thruster, bow thruster. Okay, you're good. Hal's excellent maneuvering skills got us out of that sticky situation, and we made it out just fine. But it definitely made us think we needed to fix this situation right away. So we purchased a new motor and upgraded bow thruster propellers, and Hal got busy with the installation. Just as the install begins, our GoPro batteries met the end of their life and they quit working. So we didn't get the install on film. It was quite frustrating. But here it is, all installed, and it works great. No more unexpected cutouts.
Whoa. Yeah, that's some power. No problem there.
We knew we would need some significant work done to get Tashi ready, so a few months after her purchase, we were in a boatyard. There we hauled out for a bottom job, replaced the standing rigging, changed the angle of the propeller, traded out the stuffing box to a dripless system, and took advantage of the time out of the water to shine up the hulls and bright work. This is also where we upgraded our electronics. Radar, VHF radio, anemometer, mast lights, batteries, and some other stuff that I'm sure that I've forgotten. Later, we upgraded our inverter charger and alternator to accommodate all that power. Shortly after we got back, Hal installed solar panels.
Yeah, see, I got 420 amps of solar right here. Another 200 and I don't know if you can see it on the davit back there. I can't see, but 270 there. 200 on each side. And they, you know, they pivot. They pivot up and down. I don't know if you can see. I can put them at any angle. But they're working really well, and I'm very pleased.
More recently, we got new sails. Check out episode 3 for more details. We also renamed our boat, put new stickers on, and performed a million other jobs and upgrades that took us an entire year. Jobs included this one that we call the miracle job. We'd had some issues with our dinghy hitting the exhaust flap as it was being lowered and raised. So we stole an idea from a fellow IP owner and fabricated this stainless steel protector. When Hal went to install it, the whole thing fell into the river. We thought all was lost. Then by some miracle, a man in full dive gear came strolling past. He was so kind to dive under and retrieve all of the parts. Thanks, Nick. You saved the day. We were able to finish the installation successfully and protect our exhaust flap. Out of all the jobs we've done, the most tedious and time-consuming was refinishing the teak. It had so many old layers that we took it down to the bare wood, cleaned it up, sanded, and prepped, and put about 7 layers of Sea-Tall on it. It looks good, but it's a job we don't plan to ever repeat. With all of those chores done, we can now focus on safety.
We received our, they call it ditch bag, or what is the proper term of it? It's a abandoned ship bag offshore kit. So hopefully this is never have to be used, but anyways, this is called an EPIRB, E-P-I-R-B, and what this does is it's got a 10-year battery life, and when it gets wet, it'll send a signal to the satellites and then to the Coast Guard, so they know exactly where we're at, and we be, you know, in our life raft, which is up above.
We chose a Viking self-inflating life raft, which includes a multitude of survival supplies that would be needed. The most expensive piece of equipment we hope we never need. We mounted our life raft here on the deck because this is where it fit the best and was the most accessible. As you can see here, it really doesn't interfere with visibility in this location. If we needed the life raft, we would also need the EPIRB so we could be located by rescuers. But first, it needs to be registered with our information, then mounted in an easily retrievable location.
Looks like the antenna's straight up and down, is it?
As straight up and down as you can be in a boat, I suppose.
So, this is for you, Alicia. For an emergency, whoever grabs it, just hit this button and it pops right out. Take it with you.
Okay.
Our life raft came with some good survival gear, but we chose to create an extensive abandoned ship bag. We wanted to give ourselves the best opportunity for survival in a catastrophic event. I'll post a full list in the description. One of the most important items we chose to purchase was a manual pump desalinator or water maker so that we can turn seawater into drinking water. Perhaps we chose to include such a big list of survival items because of our backgrounds in the military, corrections, and nursing, or maybe it's just because we watch way too many movies about sailing gone wrong. Whatever the case may be, we hope we've planned for everything. But wait, there's more.
I've got these new Overboard location alert system for us and whoever is on the boat when we're in rough waters. It's supposed to sound off when the Bluetooth is broken, the signal is broken. It's supposed to sound off on your phone's man overboard. So I'm trying to figure it out.
Cool. So you'll know exactly where we drown if we.
Yep.
You'll be able to pick us up when we drown. You're good!
We will be alerted within seconds of someone going overboard. And of course, as a nurse, my med kit is prepared for just about any injury. I have the usual bandages, creams, and assorted ACE wraps. We also stock up on scopolamine and barf bags. But I also have a pretty hefty trauma kit that I put together. I've chosen to focus my kit on the most serious medical injuries that could occur on a boat, such as bone fracture, drowning, and serious bleeding. Not everyone needs this type of kit, but because I have the training, I can provide care to anyone who needs it, so why not? I'll post a full list in the description. And because I have the training and skill, I have an IV fluid replacement kit for heavy blood loss. And of course, we can't neglect fire safety. Along with the appropriate and required fire extinguishers, we added fire escape masks, which we keep by our bed. In a fire, being able to breathe and see your way out is vital. If we don't survive after all this preparation, we deserve to go down with a ship. But not all preparation is about the big stuff like wayfinding equipment, power, and emergencies. Sometimes it's the little things, like adding vessel numbers to your dinghy to comply with regulations, and adding some upgrades that will make getting around easier while we are out island hopping. What are you working on today?
I'm attempting to install some trim tabs on our little tender. It's only a 10 horsepower outboard, so it has a hard time planing when me and my wife and groceries and anything else in it. So this is supposed to lift, if done right, it's supposed to help lift the dinghy out of the water and plane faster. But these things aren't really intended for these small little dinghies, so we're going to give it a try anyway. What's it going to hurt? All right, it's all finished. The way it works is when you first get on the accelerator on the outboard, these things will help, the water will hit it and help keep the front down so you can plane quicker. And then once you get going faster, it elevates so it doesn't cause you to nosedive. So they're smart shock. Theoretically, it should work if we have clearance for our motor. We have clearance.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay. Now it's time. You want to go for a ride?
Test number 1, single rider.
Did it work?
Well, the first test with just me in it, it used to just wheelie, just come up, and I'd have to slide my weight up to get that back down before I start planing. Now the trim tabs just bring it up, put it back down. It doesn't wheelie anymore. So the next test will be
The two-man test?
yeah, me and Alicia in there, and then maybe some weight like groceries or bicycles or something like that, and see if it'll get us both up and plane.
Test number 2, double up and race your neighbor. There were no issues planing with 2 of us, so we can call this one a success. To reward ourselves after another successful improvement, we celebrate with a visit to a tiny hidden island in the middle of a marsh, where people and dogs can come and enjoy some river time. Well, hi, there's another one. Okay, so 2 dogs in the water. I'm not sure how this little island came to be. Whether shifting river bottom sand gathered in the weeds naturally, or someone came in and dropped sand off to create this little treasure. But we're going to end it here on a high note. Join us next time for a few more projects and to hear about our departure planning. Thanks for watching.
Remember to like and subscribe. And also hit that bell. And remember notifications.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in